Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about how to get your supplies. And there are a variety of places where you can get witchy materials and witchcraft supplies. You can get them online in your local metaphysical shop, and sometimes even places as simple as Walmart. Today I'm talking to you about 4 things in particular, really. Your incense, your Athames, your wand, and lastly, your Book of Shadows, grimoire, whatever you may have called it. Number 1. Incense. The one thing that we all tend to use, no matter if it's loose, oil, or in a stick form. But a place to get cheap, like $1 cheap packs of incense would be Walmart. Like I have one here. Dragon's Blood incense. I think it was for $1 and it smells amazingly. And I use it for a lot of rituals. I use it for when I cast my circle, because it is Dragon's Blood, and I do work with dragons, even though I know Dragon's Blood and actual Dragon's Blood are 2 different things. But, train track, you can get them at Walmart for $1. And at the same time, if you don't have an incense holder, you can get one at Walmart as well. And yes, I know a lot of people don't like Walmart, particularly because it's a big company and all that jazz. By all means, go to Target, or by all means, go to your local metaphysical store and give them your patronage, because I'm pretty sure they would like it. And I would like to meet more pagans in the area. Another place I found I got really good smelling incense for a reasonable amount of price was Earthbound Trading Company. And yeah, it's not the most traditional, it's more new agey than anything, but they do have a wide variety of incenses that you can buy. And most of them are grab as you go, or fill your own bag rather. So now on to your Athames. Yes, I know not everybody in every path needs an Athames. Some people prefer not to use one, some people do use one. It's all a matter of personal opinion. I really don't use one in my practice, mainly because I use more wands than anything. What I tend to use if I ever need an Athames is this guy. It's a plastic axe, rather, that not really sharp, can't cut people or anything, but it's very ornamentive. And I like things that are more elaborate. You can also get tons of Athames available online. You can get them from Etsy, you can get them from online stores, even freaking Amazon has them. And some of them are gorgeous, some of them are elaborate, some of them are plain, some of them are ugly and pretty, and everything in between. Cheap, expensive, it all depends on your budget and how you want to use it. Historical note. Back in the olden times, witches never really had an ornate Athames like I do now. Most of them just use a plain old kitchen knife, mainly for 2 reasons. For one, most of the time they didn't have the money to go out and get an ornate knife just to use for ritual. Reason number 2, most of the time they were poor, and if they had something that expensive, they would prosecute them for stealing, or even if they found out them to be a witch, prosecute them for witchcraft. Also, when it came to wands, all these olden time witches, they would go into the woods and they would find a tree and ask the tree if they can have a branch to use as a wand, and most of the time a branch would fall, or they would find one on the ground already. I personally use wands more than I do Athames because I use them to create my circle and put the circle in place for when I do magic. I got this one from when my mom's hospital opened, because my mom works at a hospital, and when they opened, they brought in 6 or 7, maybe I think it was 12 of these long stem roses from Colombia. They were gorgeous and beautiful, and my mom brought one home one day, and I decided to keep it. And over time it withered, and it just didn't look as pretty anymore, but I still kept it because I still liked it because it was still long enough for me to use it as a staff. But then I left home for college, and then my mom threw it away eventually. Still kind of sad about that. Oh well. But that's the story of this one, my first rose wand, and it's been with me for ages. It's been with me since the beginning of my journey, and it still holds a place in my heart, and I still always have it with me. But now the main wand that I use is this one. This one has more of my energy in it though, mainly because it is 3 rose stems. I think friends gave me these roses. But what I did with this one is that I soaked them in water for overnight. I woke up in the morning, I braided them together, and then I bound them together in a white ribbon, and thus binding my energy into the wand, which makes this a much, much, much more personal wand than any wand that I could ever imagine buying or even finding on the ground. But you really honestly do not need to go out and buy an elaborate wand. Find something, find a plant, find something that's close to you and that you feel connected to, and grab the stems from that and make them into your own wand, like I did with roses. It can be as simple as a stick, or even, I hate when people do this, but when you can use your own dang finger. It's a wand, or a key, even. I know people do that. People use keys as wands. I think so. And lastly, your grimoire, your book of shadows, your book of spells, the book that you keep everything in, your entire journey, you keep it within this one book. And for me personally, I'm a big fan of using a bound leather book rather than using, say, a binder or a digital file. To me, binders, in my opinion, don't add any magic to magic. They just feel so cold and lifeless. And with the book, I don't know, it just feels so warm to me rather than a boring binder. Or if you're still at home and you want to keep your grimoire and things private to you, what I suggest you do is that you create a digital file. Go on Word and start typing up the spells, typing up your rituals, compiling them all in one single Word document. That's not really, it takes a little bit of know-how how to format everything to have a table of contents, have a table of figures, and then have every page correlated to how you want it. It takes some know-how and it takes a little bit of time, but hey, that is what YouTube is about. YouTube is nothing but tutorials at times, and vlog people. But yeah. And if you're afraid of people finding it, put it on a flash drive that you keep on your keychain, that you keep with you at all times. So that's it for this video, guys. And if you have any questions and you have any comments about anything I've shown you in this video, or just have a question in general about anything you would like me to cover, that I will cover to the best of my knowledge, by all means, leave it in the comment below. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Click the button right there. I think it's red now. It's like right there next to my picture or whatever. Be sure to click that button to show that you love me, and I love all you guys because you subscribe to me. And you do not know how much that means to me. So that's it for this time, guys, and I will see you next time.